Hello guys, and welcome back to third video of Android application tutorials. In this video, we will look into MVP design patterns. In MVP design patterns, our model classes are same as MVC or MVVM. View. The only change here is that the activity or fragment is now considered part of the view. We stop fighting the natural tendency for them to go hand in hand. The good practice is to have the activity implement a view interface so that the presenter has an interface to code to. Presenter. This is essentially that the controller from MVC or view model for MVVM, except that it is not at all the tied to the view, just an interface. This addresses the testability concern as well as the flexibility concern we had with MVC. In fact, MVP expert would argue that the presenter should never have any reference to any Android APIs or code. Now, let's move to our practical implementation of MVP. This is our basic application we used in MVC or MVVM as well. MVP consists of three components: model, view, and presenter. Our view consists of our activity class and our XML class, these two classes. Our XML class contains only two components, edit text and a button only. This is our model class with one component name. Third component presenter is missing. Now let's to implement presenter. New presenter, call it as main presenter. Now how our presenter gonna interact with our view? We will create a main contractor interface which help them interact. So let's create interface class, or you can call it as main contractor. There you go. Now it will contain further two sub interfaces: interface, main view, and main presenter interface. Main view interface will be implemented in our main activity class, and main presenter interface will be implemented in our main presenter class. Let's implement. There you go. Now our main activity class will have the instance of presenter, and from here activity pass its context to our main presenter class to have context of main view as well, so it can return the feedback. Let's implement main presenter, main presenter, main presenter, new main presenter, and pass this. It's giving us an error because we haven't implemented the constructor of one argument in our presenter class. Let's add it, create constructor. There you go. Main activity, but we need dot main view, and we call it as view, main contractor dot main view. This dot view is equal to view. Now we are ready to implement our logic. On button click listener, we need to do something in our presenter. Let's implement on click on button click. It's giving us error because we haven't implemented this function in our main activity class, because view is considered to be a one part and we don't need to implement any data binding anymore. Just we will implement public void on button click view. Now it can you can go back and see error has gone. Now whenever user click on this button, it will directly go here, and from here we will call the function in our presenter. How we are gonna define function in our presenter? From our main contractor on button void return type. Now as we have defined this function in our main presenter and this presenter is implemented here, so now I have seen error here. Implement. There you go. Now from here we will call this function using our presenter instance dot on button click, and in our main presenter we will get the user model. User model is equal to new user model dot name is equal to, now we need the name as well. What we can do, there are multiple ways to get the name here. One easiest way, which I'm going to implement here from our main activity, we will get our name. Edit text username, edit text, find view by id, r.id.username, edit text username dot get text dot toString, string username, and we need to edit our constructor as well. There you go. R has gone. Now username. That's all. For now, I have used traditional method in our main activity because I don't want to go for button knife and any other method or implement observable design pattern to keep it simple as much as possible so you can get the pure MVP design pattern. So you can see this is much cleaner. We can easily unit as the presenter logic because it is not tied to any specific views and APIs. It also allows us to work with any other view as long as the view implements the view interface. Main concern about our presenters are its maintenance. Presenters, just like controllers, are prone to collecting additional business logic sprinkled in over time. At some point, developers often find themselves with large unwindly presenters that are difficult to break apart. To close things up, MVP does a great job than MVC to breaking down your app in a modular. In an MVP, when you build an application which is based on an Android framework, then there is no need to create Vue constantly. The objective of MVP is to make Vue reusable. As a conclusion, it is possible to say that MVP is highly recommended for Android developers to build up an agile and scalable Android application with minimal cost as compared to MVC. So, which pattern is best for you? If you are choosing between MVP and MVVM, a lot of decision comes down personal preference, but seeing them in action will help you understand the benefits and trades-off. I'm sure after watching this video, you will be able to decide whether go for MVVM or MVP. So our next topic is going to be about unit test.